Please be warned, today's episode is very dark and very heavy. Viewer discretion is advised. These people are practicing the occult.
Billionaire Jeffrey Epstein is expected to appear in federal court in Lower Manhattan tomorrow.
Using trauma-based mind control to release spirit energy.
How serious are these charges against Epstein?
Is Epstein going to cooperate? Because back in the day when he signed the non-prosecution agreement, it also protected co-conspirators.
The emails say these girls had psychic powers.
Agents hauled out multiple bags of evidence from disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Who knows what type of people may be involved in this conspiracy?
And he also had a lot of girls there all the time.
Great point. This guy's a billionaire with a lot of wealthy and high-profile friends. Should those people be worried about Epstein taking them down with him, Alex?
Jeffrey Epstein went from teacher to Wall Street to uber wealthy.
There is a secret religion being played out right before your eyes, and they're all in on it. And let me tell you that this goes deeper than you can ever imagine. This is some nasty, wicked stuff. And we'll tell you what we can and show you the connections to the mystery religion of today. There is a spiritual wickedness in high places.
Is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday.
Mandelson may bring down the whole government, from what I hear.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin.
I must appease him with the gift of a man-child. Come to me.
That he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
JoJo is here and will walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around?
It's a window into the elite impunity, this club.
Blutnick clearly went to the island, if we believe what's in these files. He was in business with Jeffrey Epstein.
The Dow is over 50,000 right now.
He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called Guys?
Don't take him! Don't take him!
They sacrifice children to Lucifer. It's an entire cult. Jeffrey got involved in their operation for financial reasons and to obtain Combraprat. 655-gallon sulfuric acid with fuel and insurance charge.
Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee.
Well, thank you for watching today's episode of Spiritual Wickedness in High Places. This is episode 4 called The World's Darkest Secret. I'm Spencer Smith. If you would, please go ahead and smite your like button and subscribe to this channel if you are new. There's no question that there's a list. There's no question of what Epstein was. There's no question as far as what this man was doing. I think everybody knows it, except the people who are supposed to be making arrests, like the FBI, the Justice Department. These people are supposed to be doing something about it, but they're not doing anything about it. You ever wonder why that is? Why is it that like literally everybody knows? Every human on the planet knows who Jeffrey Epstein was, what he was doing, what he was all about. I mean, we all know this. This is like as plain as the nose on your face, and yet nothing's being done about it. Does that bother you? It bothers me. I want to show you some videos here just to start off this, and I want to show you the old classic. This is, I mean, this is up there with Bill Clinton saying, "I did not have sex with that woman." Patel getting up in front of the United States Congress and saying that there is no evidence that Epstein trafficked women to minors. With the drop of the Epstein files, I think it's clear to say that Patel lied to Congress, and I believe he should be persecuted for that. That's my opinion, but let's just see what exactly he says here.
Administration courageously reopened it.
Excuse me for interrupting, but I'm going to run out of time. You've seen most of the files. Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files?
In the case file.
Okay. Now, President...
There's no credible evidence that Jeffrey Epstein did what we all know that he did. I almost have no words for that. We all know that that's true. The Epstein files show that. As you saw in the previous video going up to this video, where Asmongold was discovering in the Epstein files that they talked about jerky and grape juice and pizza, and those code words were like, "Hey, I'm going to bring some jerky to the party tonight. Can I have some?" And those are the girls. Those are children. And when Pam Bondi today was brought before Congress and asked why there were no arrests being made in the Epstein files case, I want you to see exactly what Pam Bondi said to the United States Congress right here.
Now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee. When asked about the Epstein files and the fact that no arrests were being made about the Epstein files, Pam Bondi deflected and says, the Dow is above 50,000. We should be really talking about that. And by the way, the other day she said we are now moving on as the Justice Department. Moving on. The Attorney General is the highest law enforcement officer in the land. I believe that the only one higher than her is actually the local sheriff. And she could make all the arrests that she could ever want. There could be so many people in jail, it'd make your head spin. But she won't do it. And when she's brought before the government there to answer some questions, she starts deflecting, saying things about the Dow. I made a post on Twitter, and if you follow us on there, on X or whatever you want to call it, check us out on there. Several hundred of you have followed us in the past few days. Thank you for that. Check us out there. I want to word it the exact way it was worded here on this page. Attorney General Pam Bondi was questioned as to why she has not made any arrests in the now proven global network of people messing with kids, eating babies, and sacrificing them to Moloch, this is exactly what these files have proven to us. This is a death cult. This is a satanic Luciferian globalist network of people that are doing the most heinous things that were shown to everyone in the Bible. This crowd is real and they are alive, and Pam Bondi has the ability as the Attorney General of the United States of America to put these people in handcuffs and to try them and to put them in jail, or probably even worse than that, to put these people away forever and to cleanse the land of this satanic Luciferian death cult. People were asking, what is going on? Why have no arrests been made? Why has nobody been thrown in the slammer for this? And what does she say? The Dow is over 50,000 right now. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming right now. That's what we should be talking about. So your 401k is up 7%, so forget about all the girls. The NASDAQ's over 7,000, so let's just forget about the babies. The S&P 500's over 50,000 right now. Let's just forget what we read about what happened on that yacht in the Epstein files. And, all you got to do is go Google beef jerky in the Epstein files on the Justice Department websites and see all those instances of all that, and how children were put to suffer in the most unbelievable ways imaginable. The highest crime that could ever happen has happened. The worst thing that could ever happen has happened. These people are monsters, and we've got the proof. We've got them on the hook. We have the evidence of them doing the things that we have always kind of knew that they were doing. We have the files, we have the evidence, and now she doesn't want to talk about it. We have it all in black words on white pieces of paper on our computer screens, and now Pam Bondi, look at that stupid smirk on her face. Look at that stupid smirk on her face. Doesn't want anything to do with it now. I wrote this. Pam Bondi is a sick Luciferian and a traitor to justice. She is pure evil. You won't be smirking when you're in hell, Pam. You won't be smirking in the lake of fire. That's for sure. And so, I have a lot of research here that I've done. The Department of Justice and FBI put out a joint memo saying, quote, "This systematic review revealed no incriminating client list." They're lying. Pam Bondi, Attorney General of the United States of America, said our memo on Epstein clearly points out that there was no client list. Ghislaine Maxwell said that there is no client list that I'm aware of. And there are so many other quotes about this kind of stuff. But, guys, we all know. We all know what's going on. And so, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I think they're not going to release this list. This is the world's darkest secret. This is the stuff that they don't want you to know. And I'm going to tell you why right here, why they won't tell you. Number 1 is because they're all on the list. There's so many people on this list that if we were to arrest everybody, there'd be nobody left. This is if journalists, executive, major advertisers were socially or financially connected to Epstein's circle, then an investigation would threaten the establishment media and all kinds of narratives and all types of institutions today. And I want you to know that when power, wealth, and these powerful, wealthy people all get together and have dirt on each other, then the whole system is built on nobody saying anything. But if they say something, all that comes to crumble. Number 2, I want to say this, that if they release this list, the people who release this list would be destroyed by those on the list. And so out of self-preservation, they simply do not release the list. This would cause something that I call mutually assured destruction. There are people out there that say, if you release these files, I will destroy you, and they mean it, and they have the means to do so, and they absolutely will. Another reason why this list is not being released is because the financial system would collapse if it was. Now, you do realize, and I hope that I can show you this, that Microsoft stock has gone down a little bit since Bill Gates was revealed that he was in the Epstein files just a few days ago. It actually took a big dip. Do you see that right there? It dipped just a little bit. It was a rough go for Microsoft. And you see that? What if that happened across the board everywhere all at once at one time? Now, they may not seem like a big deal to you, but it actually is a thing. What if it happened to, I don't know, Apple? And what if it happened to the entire U.S. economy? It dipped. We'd go into a 2008 recession real quick, and the financial system could not absorb the shock. Markets would panic. If people that were high-level corporate leaders, major investors, or even high-ranking philanthropic foundations were implicated or known to have been involved with this nasty operation involving Jeffrey Epstein, then corporate boards would collapse, and we would have an entire global economic destructive collapse almost overnight. And I want to tell you that the reason they're not releasing this list is because they're trying to keep the financial system afloat. Another reason is they won't release the list is because if they did, there would be an upheaval in society. If they release the list, then people would stop paying taxes. High-level leaders across government, finance, media, global institutions, and other things that were involved in this, the trust in them would be destroyed basically overnight, and people would begin to question laws and law enforcement. And if the chief of police is breaking the law, then why am I even keeping the law? And people would demand the resignation of these people, and we would have protests, and we would have civil unrest. Political factions would jump in and radicalize overnight, and they might even gain power. International alliances could be fractured, and there could be geopolitical instability over this. Financial markets would plunge, and basically the gas trucks would stop running, the bread trucks would stop running, layoffs would be through the roof. I mean, these companies that are built on this image of niceness, and we're doing a good service for the society, when the CEO of that company is found on that list, or maybe even arrested for being a part of this whole situation, that could just cause so much trouble and so much upheaval overnight. It would destroy the economy. It would cause civil unrest, and some have even suggested that this would cause wars, international conflict. And I want to tell you that this is what they believe. And so, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I have to preface it with saying that. The reason that they are not releasing the list is because a bunch of people got together behind closed doors, and I'm sure probably in a top secret meeting, and said, if we pursue this, this is the end of society as we know it. If we pursue this, we are literally rolling the dice on society as we know it. And so they said, rather than flip the table and start arresting people and clean the slate of all these heathens and all these terrible, wicked devils, we have decided to just act like this is a nothing burger and to just pretend like this is just this is just a big misunderstanding. We need to move on. There's no evidence here. And they have told you to deny the very things that you have read yourself in the Epstein files. They have told you to ignore what your own eyes have read in those files that they published on the website. They have told you to ignore everything that you think you know and to act on all the stuff that just is common sense to everybody, to ignore the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was a spy doing a honeypot operation, trying to compromise powerful individuals, to manipulate state law, and to manipulate people and blackmail people, and to manipulate society and the most powerful people to get what they want. He probably was a double agent or triple agent, and who he was working for, that's the million-dollar question. Rather than roll the dice on all that and upend all that and risk fracturing society as a whole, they chose to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. This is gaslighting, manipulation, and lying on a global scale. This is something right out of the book of 1984. You know what Epstein was, and you've read who's on the list. You've read the files. Go look at them. Type in your favorite celebrity if you dare. You've read the stuff. And they've read it too, even the unredacted versions of it, and told you you're wrong. This is evil to a degree that I have never seen before. This is satanic. But this is exactly what they're doing. This is pure evil. And this is exactly what the Lord said when he put in the Bible in Ephesians, where he said that this is spiritual wickedness in high places. I'll pull it up here on the screen for you. This is what runs the world. This is what all these people are into right here. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against, there it is, spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what the Bible says this is. This is not a Republican or a Democrat thing. This is not a capitalist or communist thing. This is a spiritual thing, which means that this is the mystery religion cult of the New World Order that has taken power of the United States of America, and they're covering for it. That's what this series is about. And may God give you understanding as we try to understand the world that we live in. My goodness, what a mess. Come quickly, Lord Jesus. Thank you for watching today's episode of the Spiritual Wickedness in High Places. This is episode 4, The World's Darkest Secret. Please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're new, and smite your like button. God bless you, friend. We'll see you next time.